What's up, guys? It's Eli here with Night Jiu-Jitsu. I'm here with my man, Charles Harriott. He's got some, this really awesome sequence. I went to a seminar of his a while back and he showed this whole sequence. Changed a lot of my game. I'm still working on it to perfect it, so I had a lot of questions now that we're up here at Underdog in Asheville. We're at Underdog Martial Arts, so if you're ever in the Asheville area, make sure you come here and train. But we're up here together, and so I was like, oh, I gotta ask you about this thing that you showed a while back, and it's a really cool sequence he's put a lot of time into, so I'm gonna let him talk about it.
I call it the elbow frame. It's also been called the Turkish getaway. It looks kind of like a Turkish getup, but the important thing is that I got to be sliding away. You want to imagine you are the bar of soap. Your opponent's trying to hold on to you, keep sliding away. It's going to be harder for you big guys because you're big and tough and you want to stop and like push back into your partner. That'll almost always fail if they're at all close to your strength. Yeah, you're going to bully the little guys, but you don't need jiu-jitsu to bully the little guys. You need jiu-jitsu to deal with the people bigger, stronger than you. So it's mainly made for someone who's trying to drive towards you. So if you have an aggressive guard passer, particularly the easiest way to practice this against a body lock passer. It doesn't only work versus body lock, but against a body locker, it's gonna really have its metal. My elbow is not a wall. If it's a wall and I make it vertical, he'll be able to drive. He can drag it away is one thing. Other thing is he can drive into it very nicely and I'm fighting his power and I'm gonna fatigue very quickly. I wanna make my elbow into a ramp so that as he drives into me, he's kind of sliding me up. He's helping pick me up, right? So it's really important that I travel that way. So we'll start down even lower. If I'm on my elbow or even on my shoulder, I'm constantly thinking of two things. I want to rise away into space. If I try to rise towards Eli and he's driving into me, this is a war. Driving into me a little more, like I'm gonna fail unless I'm the big guy. But if as he drives into me, if I make my frame and I look away, I'm gonna slide away. He's pushing me like a sled. I wanna be the sled and he's the football player. I don't wanna have my hand too close. My hand's too close. He goes Craig Jones, Dagestani handcuffs me, bad times. I have my hand far away, but even my elbow, I'm still vulnerable here. If he's got big long arms, good wrestlers will still catch me, right? So I wanna still be retreating. If he's not pushing, I slide away. I wait to feel pressure. If I feel pressure, boom, that's my moment, I get taller. I feel pressure, that's my moment, I feel taller. If he stalls out at any given moment, I don't want to just keep running. Like if he starts pulling, trying to suck my hips in, and I try to run, we're in a battle. If he's pulling me in, I'm going to yield and say thanks. He's given me the ability to start coming inside. I've got sweeps. I've got leg locks if I'm a leg lock guy. I got all kinds of stuff because he's stalled out. But as long as he's driving forward, that's when I'm going to be rising up. And now here's the moment. If you look at my knee needs to be outside of my hips. Because when he drives in, it stops. My arm stops, my knee stops. This keeps me very, very stable. But if I let my knee be inside of my hip, one, he can knee tap it, but even without knee tapping it, I fall back down. So it's hard because you think sometimes that this is enough. This is not enough. Last way people fail is that you want to look at your partner. If I look at him, I just misaligned my spine. If you look at me when I look away, look at his shoulder, my shoulder, everything is in a straight line going into the floor. It's not my muscles holding me up, it's the structure of my frame. As long as I keep my alignment here, I can keep sliding away, and then here's the key moment. This is when I fight back. I get tall, and now he's gonna pick me right up. And if you have a stand-up game, you use judo, whatever you want. If you don't have a stand-up game, you don't want to stand up, well then you can do what I call butt judo. I got a video on YouTube, you type in my name, Charles Harriott, butt judo. It's all this stuff, and Instructional Fanatics all about this. But the whole thing is, as long as he's driving in and gives me this arm, I can snatch this arm up, and I can toss him right over with your Tayatoshi. Any judo throw that you do, you can do from this moment. So I put him in a situation where there's dilemmas going on. If he overextends, I throw him. If he cheats back, I throw him the other way. If he lets go of me, I just leave. And so I want to always have him guessing, but I have to be relaxed enough to feel what he's doing. If I get stuck on autopilot and he changes what he's doing, I'm going to get messed up, get my back taken, get choked, get smashed.
That's the one I was going to ask about, is because one of the things that I've messed this up every way you can.
Yeah.
So I'm getting better, but I'm still messing it up. And one of the things that I was curious about is the guy's head slipping to the back.
Excellent question. So let's talk about that. So the lower I am, this didn't twist up, good. The lower that I am, the more likely is to get back. Once I'm up at hand height, as long as Eli's not like basketball player height, like if he's like 6'2" even, I'm still okay. But once he gets up to like 6'6", 6'7", once you get the freakishly tall dudes, he can keep his hands together and slip my elbow. But as long as I keep my hand bent like this, he's gonna have a hard time slipping my elbow unless, like I said, basketball player height versus normal human, you're screwed. But even up to 6'2", 6'3", I'm 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", I'm okay. He's gonna have to let go of his arms. So for me, if he's slipping back, the second I feel his arms let go, I gotta turn and face. So that's why I said this is like a sensor. The second I feel slack, I can't be tunnel visioned. Now come back. The way that you can test if you're doing it right, you tell your partner, pass to my back, but do not let go of your hands. I relax my arm, I just follow him. It feels like he's passed, but as long as my arm's relaxed, it's gonna follow him around. He's not gonna pass me as long as I keep this bend. The most important thing is if I get greedy and I flip my hand over, I'm gonna be tempted to do this and he's gonna slip right by, and now he's on my back. So you must keep a bend, and you must keep this relaxed enough to follow them. But the big thing is you gotta keep getting taller, because no matter how good I'm doing it, if I'm on my shoulder, he's gonna slip to my back. Every time, boop, I'm screwed. So when I'm on, I have to have urgency. When I'm on my side, I have to be retreating. So I'm on my side as he's driving in. I gotta run away. So now he can't do that to me. If I don't run away, and I let myself stay pinned here, I'm screwed. Even worse if I let myself be flattened out. Well, this is not me doing anything anymore. So the key thing is, the lower you are, the most urgency. I'm very urgent on shoulder. I'm kind of medium urgent on elbow. Very urgent if they're gonna handcuff me. But once I'm here, I can linger in this position, structurally sound, and I can definitely linger in this position. These two positions are where I feel I'm on offense, you just don't know it yet. Down here, I don't fully feel on offense. I feel like I'm still on defense. So my mind, I think of it as the idea, like Keenan Cornelius calls it tempo. I call it initiative, like if you've ever played like an RPG, like certain characters get to go first. I want to always have the initiative, and that means I'm driving the fight. You as a body lock passer, you're going to think you're the one driving the fight. I'm doing my body lock, but I feel comfy, and so as long as I feel comfy, I will be able to be structurally sound. And the second that I feel that I have my head higher than his, now I'm the guy on offense. I'm attacking him, and he has to react to me. But it's a very sensitive thing, and just about start thinking about it. Who's driving? Who's leading the dance? And you can take control of the dance by becoming the person who's inconveniencing them. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's absolutely brilliant. I love the way, this is what I like about this guy, is that he has a seamless blending of the technique with the concept and the principle. It all comes through, and you can tell how much work he's put into that, and just his acumen and his ability, his IQ to be able to see the depth of the technique or the principle in the technique. And that's something I always admire and something I always try to emulate with any good instructor. And so I'll definitely put him in that category. So if you want to see more detail of the stuff that he's got, like the butt judo stuff is amazing, like all of that. So where can they see your stuff?
So you have a few choices. So the if you just want this, then there's two instructionals in BJJ Fanatics. One is one that I collaborated with Chris Payne's called Unstoppable Stand-Ups, which is just the getting up part. If you want to do the offense portion, there's one with me and my fiancée Natasha Collazos, which is defense to offense, attacks from the elbow frame, in which it's all about that moment when you take the initiative back. You shift from being the defender to the offender. If you just want to see it, there's a couple of YouTube videos. Just type my name in. I got YouTube videos. If you want to work with me directly, I love the Patreon platform. I have two of the higher levels of Patreon. One's $25 a month where you just ask me questions. I make you a custom video every month. And the last is a $75 a month where like you have a 30-minute Zoom private with me every month and a custom video. And my main thing is like I love trying to solve jiu-jitsu puzzles. So if you're having a problem, you're like, no one understands me. I would love to try to solve your problem. I see it as like getting to play a video game with a new character, right? Like I have a certain set of attributes and I've kind of solved my jiu-jitsu problems for the most part. But you're a different character. You might be bigger, stronger, faster, more flexible, less flexible. And I'm noticing a lot of my clients are just usually other black belts and people that are quite good. And they've usually been being nice to their students. And now their students are getting good. And they're like, what's going on? It's like, you've taught yourself to be bad at jiu-jitsu. By being so nice to your students for so many years. And now they're 25 and purple belts and causing problems. Whereas like, So now you have to change how you roll. They're no longer the little guppies. You've trained them up to be monsters, and now the snakes are biting you.
Exactly. That's what Kurt Oziander used to use that analogy a lot. Kurt Oziander was like, we're raising snakes, and one day you hope they bite you one day. It's like it's a weird thing. Well, dude, I appreciate you so much, brother. Anytime you get a chance to train with this guy or watch any of the instructionals, it's totally worth it. Make sure you support him on all the platforms and instructionals. Me too, if you're at it. I got a Patreon and instructionals on BJJ Fanatics and all that stuff too. Make sure that you are patrons of the art. We're doing this stuff mostly for free, but we got to make a living. So appreciate you guys watching. Keep watching the Night Jiu-Jitsu channel, guys.
Peace.